Hey folks, Brad LeDrew here at Western GM in Drumheller, Alberta, Canada, and today we're looking at a 2022 Chevrolet Silverado, and this happens to be the RST trim level with the optional Rally package. Now, if you've watched some of my previous videos, you've heard me say this before, so for those of you who have not initiated yet, for the 2022 model year GM, you can get a Chevrolet Silverado like this in the old or outgoing body style with the same front and rear end and the same interior, or you can go to, and they call it a limited or an LTD. And if you go with the new body style, it's just a new body style, it's called a 2022, and you will have a completely different interior and different front end and rear end. But this is the outgoing style, this is a limited, and this happens to have the optional Rally package. So I just want to go through this vehicle for you, and let's start with popping the hood. Now when you're opening up the hood, you're just going to put your hand right here and just push over here to the right. So real quick, in the trim level or in the different specs that are available, there's 8 different trim levels within the Chevrolet Silverado, okay? So you can go with a WT, a work truck, a custom trail boss, an LT trail boss, and then you get into this RST trim level. Then you go into the LTZ or LTZ and the high country. So what's unique, if you look at the front bumper of this, is that all in the previous generation's trucks over the last 10 or so years, to get a painted to match front and rear bumper in GM land, you had to have a Denali. You had to have the top end model or like a Silverado LTZ Sport Edition. So GM switched it up. So now they have an RST trim level, which is the third from the top in the trim levels. And you get the painted to match, the nice looking truck. But you can get it with just cloth interior seats in a 6-passenger configuration. You can get it with cloth buckets, or you can get it with leather bench or leather buckets. So they really let you customize this RST trim level, and then there's things like you can add packages to them, and like I said before, this one's got the Rally edition or Rally package. So when you talk about the Rally package, it's going to add, you already saw here real quick on the hood, you've got the decals, all the badging is all blacked out. You get these gorgeous 22-inch black wheels. Going to the back, you see the RST is blacked out, the Silverado is blacked out, and again you get more of the badging and the black Chevrolet logo. Notice your exhaust tips are blacked out as well instead of being chrome. So it's really about the style and the look of the truck. You can see you get the 4-inch round step boards. You can also see we've got the Chevrolet to match front and rear splash guards on this as well, or mud guards, whatever you want to call them. And so it's really about the style, about the look of this truck, that the RST, that's what it's all about. So, you know, you think about it, if it's a white exterior with all this black, or if it's all black, you know, it's a sharp looking truck. So when we go to engines in the RST, you have 3 choices available. So let's pop under the hood here, this one. And this one's the 5.3 liter Ecotec 3 direct injected variable valve timing, and this has got 355 horsepower and 383 foot-pounds of torque, and this is the standard engine. You can upgrade to the big boy 6.2 liter V8, or you can go into the incredibly fuel efficient Duramax diesel, the 3 liter Duramax turbo diesel. So I mean, this is pretty straightforward stuff. You've got your Dexos oil change or oil right here. I'm using an iPhone, so this is always a bit wonky. So again, it's a 0W20 full synthetic oil. You can see you got a radiator overflow and cap. We've got an air filter box right here. We got our windshield washer fluid over here. Moving over to this side, you can see we got our fuse panel here, oil dipstick. We've got our battery, and again, you want to boost this bad boy here, and your ground is right there. Okay, if you want to boost your Ford buddy, I'm just joking. Another thing, when you talk about our vehicles, you can see we've got this mat in under the hood that helps with any noise you might have from the engine, so you have a quieter cabin. You notice the gas struts on either side as well. And when you close your hood, just push her down. I'm just going to back up. You can just see, like, it's a great looking truck. So You got your traditional fog lights down low. You can see down low also you have, here in Canada, your block heater cord plug-in is right there. Focus camera. iPhone 13, come on. Anyways, you can see we've got our LED daytime running lights, projector beam headlights, and your signal lights. All that's there. This is red hot. Great looking color in this, rally package. Black and red is sharp looking, just like white and black is sharp, or even black with white accents is sharp. So, but you've got a really nice truck. You can see here, you got those gorgeous Bridgestone 22-inch tires, and they are an all-season tire, which is good. You don't want to have just a sporty tire on this. It's not going to be that good if you can see here in Alberta, since we got a few months of winter. You can also see we've got the felt liners inside the wheel wells here as well, and that helps with the pinging and panging as you're driving down gravel roads. Like I mentioned earlier, you can see the molded splash guard, the 4-inch round step boards, and I'm not sure if you can see it on the camera. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here and just see, but you've also got this little line you can see, and you've got the texturized rubberized coating that goes all the way along the body, because again, we know you're going to get some gravel rash on this vehicle over time. So again, under the paint there's some rubberized coating here, so that'll help save your paint as time goes by. And if you look down on the end, you can see here definitely the contrast where it shoots up here, again, to help protect your body as time goes by. You got this little grommet here, and that to help with that leading edge so you don't get stone chips as well. A part of the RST package when you get the Rally Edition is it adds the rear fender liners as well, which is an option. The LTZ and the High Country all come with the fender liners and the rear wheel wells. If you get the Z71 off-road packages and stuff like that on the other Silverados, we're in Canada, Z or Z. I know the Americans here are squinting and they're squirming when I say Z, but that's what it is. We say it is ZZ top, not ZZ top. So I agree with you Americans in some respect, but it's just how we were taught in school. So, there's things like, this truck is brand new, hasn't been driven everywhere. And if you notice, there's no rust or anything on the brakes here as well. And there's some of the things I don't talk about, but all our new trucks since 2019 have a brake life monitor. So there's a little copper wire that's built into this brake rotor. And as that wears down within the brake pad, it makes a connection and lets you know that what your brake pad life is as it goes down. Also, these rotors, if you notice, like I said, there's no corrosion or anything. And it's because GM bakes these in an oven like everybody else, but they add nitrogen. And that nitrogen resists corrosion. So go out on a lot. Go look at the Ram lot. Go look at the Ford lot if it's been say 4 or 5 days of rain or something like that, or it's really humid. And just look at the rotors and you won't see any rust on the Chev stuff, which is a really nice thing as time goes by. It helps save your brake pads, helps save your rotors. I quickly ran to the back before, but it's super sharp looking from the back. All this truck needs is a little topper, a roll leather topper with a Chev logo on it. I think it would be really nice. But of course, we got the modern key, so we can just double tap to lower our tailgate. Again, a part of the Rally package is you get what's called the bed protection. So that is this factory spray and liner, and it's a factory because it's got the Chev logo in the back of the truck. And again, for cargo management, if you don't know, GM's got more cargo volume in the rear of this truck in a 5'8" box like this one than our competitors, Ford or Ram, in a 6.5 foot box. And it's because of all these cutouts, and it's a little bit taller. So you got more volume in here. You got a little bit more width between the wheel wells. So again, really, really nice. But you can look at the cargo management here. So you can see we got the lights inside. We've got our 3 corner tie downs on all 4 corners, rated at over 900 pounds. You've got this little cargo management where you can cut a 2x4 to length, and you can have tiered storage. And you can see the little pop outs here also at the front. And those are there so that you can have your cargo management, so you can put some gear on accessories, some tie down hooks, all that sort of stuff. So pretty straightforward things. Just close that up. Another thing people love about our truck is this rear corner step. So again, you just put your foot in here, you see you put your hand in here, and now you're in the back of the box. Moving on over, you can see we've got the capless fuel door. When we look at the RST does come with the cargo seat storage in the back as well, in the rear seats. So pretty straightforward. You want to fold the seat up, you just catch hold of the seat and lift it up. Okay, you can see nice flat floor, and you got a little bit of cargo storage here in the back. Really neat. If you don't want this storage, it's just 2 Torx screws, and you pop this out, and now you've got even more floor storage in the back here, say for your puppy or whatever else. And again, you catch hold of that seat anywhere, push it down. Now this is the jet black cloth interior, but you can see you've got black, you got this dark ashy gray, and you can see the different textures and tones in the seating as well. So it really adds to an upscale feel, despite it being a cloth interior. Personally, I love a cloth interior, but some people I know, they want leather. But there ain't nothing wrong with this cloth. It looks good. You can see down here, we got some heater vents in the back. We got our couple USB ports, old style power auxiliary. And again, because this is the RST with the cloth interior, you can see it's the 6-passenger capable, because that console can flip up and give you a 6th passenger. Okay. I'm gonna go to the driver's side. And again, I've said this stuff before in previous videos, but with your modern key that's say in your pocket or in your purse, you just walk up to the door, you touch this proximity once. This sensor unlocks just this door. If you push it twice, it unlocks all the doors, okay? Inside, you can see here the driver's side door. So again, you got some stitching here. You've got some different, you can see soft touch materials. This faux wood. Personally, I wish this was just black, not this kind of blacky brown, but it's very easy to change. But it looks good. It's just, a flat piano black or a carbon fiber look is what I personally prefer. You can see the chrome accenting on this, your power door locks, your power mirrors, power windows. Lock out the kids so they can't be screwing down the windows all the time. You can see here we've got a 10-way power adjustable seat with the power lumbar support as well. And again, going into that stitching and the different contrast of materials in the seats. Okay. Just going to step inside. And pretty straightforward here. You can see we've got our auto 4x4, so auto track 4x4, one of the things that people love. And then you got 2 high, 4 high, and then you got your all-terrain mode, which is a really neat thing. You can get this truck with 4x4 low as well, but this new all-terrain feature is really cool because now you don't have to 2-pedal drive. Say you're going downhill or you're going uphill, the vehicle will hold its brakes and stuff like that. So if you're in a more off-road setting where you're having fun, this will serve you very well. If you're on a logging site or a construction site that's nothing but mud all the time, then you probably are used to driving your truck into 4 low, and I would recommend getting the 2-speed transfer case. Now, one of the things that people love about our trucks is not only the auto track 4x4, but in the rear end here, now it's icy and dirty and everything else, so I'm just going to kneel down a little bit here, but you can see in the back, so we've got a G80 auto-locking rear differential in the back of these vehicles. So what's nice about this is if this wheel spins and there's 100 RPM difference between the 2 wheels, this differential locks both wheels together so they spin in unison so you get better traction. And that for 98% of people is a lot better than having a 4x4 locker because your everyday drivability is better. You don't have to reach over and push a button like you do on your Ford or your Ram. So that G80 is a really awesome feature, this auto locking rear differential. And another thing with the trucks is you got this drive mode. So you'll see here on the DIC, if I turn this to the left, you see the trailer light come on in the driver information center. Turn it to the right, I can have this in normal, sport, or off-road. So again, when you're in sport, you see the checker flag. It actually changes the throttle response. It changes the shift points of the transmission to give you a more sporty feel. It even dampens the steering so you get more road feel. The same thing as if you were to change this, obviously, to your trailer mode, it's going to be primed for your brakes and everything like that for your trailer. And if your trailer is equipped with trailer brakes, it'll control that as well. So pretty straightforward stuff. I'm just going to zoom back a little bit. Beautiful leather wrapped steering wheel. You see, again, the nice Chev logo. Over here, we got our cruise control. We got our heated steering wheel. We got 2 buttons to control our cell phone, so talk and hang up. And we got this jog dial here, scroll up and down. And this lets us see or change. So I'm just going to go through this. Go through our oil life, tire pressures, air filter life, brake pad life, like I mentioned. So you can go through all these, right? Engine hours, transmission fluid temperature, tells us our yaw and our pitch, and we're in all-wheel drive. If I was to click on two-wheel drive, you'll see the shift in process here. Right, now it's in two-wheel drive. And we can have a blank page. We can use this arrow and just go back to where most people keep it. Now, going on over, pretty straightforward stuff. So the infotainment system is the same outgoing infotainment system we've had for a number of years. And again, this is a great system. If you watch how quick and how fast this is. So you've got a home button up here and you've got a home button here. So again, audio, we want to listen to Sirius XM. We want to listen to AM radio. We can hit home, okay? We want to go into pairing a phone, okay? Home. We're going to scroll across, touch camera. Now we're looking at the backup camera. No grid lines, home. And then, of course, we've got the very awesome Apple CarPlay and Android Auto here as well. So again, when you pair your modern phone, now this screen is your Apple phone with your messages, with your Waze maps, with your audiobooks, all that sort of stuff, podcasts. Or if you're using an Android user, it'll be the same thing. Your Google Maps, everything is up here as well. So really convenient. And again, you can control that with your S-Voice or with Siri with this one button push here, which is pretty awesome. So again, this is the outgoing system. Works great. It's fantastic. It's the peakest reliability. We've used this system for 8 model years in the trucks. We've had 4G LTE Wi-Fi and this Android Auto, Apple CarPlay for I think now 7 or 8 years in our vehicles, in our pickup trucks. And the 4G LTE with Wi-Fi has been in our trucks since 2014. So fantastic thing that has been available to many GM owners for a long time. And of course, looking up top here, we've got the Onstar as well. So again, if you're not familiar with Onstar, real quickly, you've got that Wi-Fi aspect, that 4G LTE, okay? You've got the blue button, which is you can push the blue button to talk to an OnStar advisor, get directions, that sort of thing. Maybe you get a check engine light and you want to know what it is. You can push this blue OnStar button and they can tell you what it is, okay? And then you've got the SOS, okay? So heaven forbid, you might have seen the commercials, but let's pretend you're driving down the road and you get in a car accident. Somebody hits you, and if you're an active OnStar subscriber, okay, to safety and security, what will happen is that they will call the vehicle if the airbag is deployed. And if they call the vehicle and you don't respond, they call EMS and 911 to your location based off of GPS. So again, this is all connected to the vehicle. You don't have to have a cell phone paired to this or anything like that. I know some of our competitors, you have to have a cell phone. It has to be enabled. It has to be charged, all that sort of stuff. This is all independent of itself. OnStar has its own satellites. You don't have to rely on your cell phone or anything. And that's why you can be up in the mountains here in BC or in Alberta, and OnStar will work even when your cell phone doesn't work. Moving on down, you've got your dual zone automatic climate control. We've got the auto start stop. And again, this is something that people absolutely love, is that you can see it has auto start stop, but we can push the button here and have it never turn off when you're at an intersection. So GM gives you that button there. You can lower your tailgate, your hazards. Here's traction stability control button. You can put down all 4 windows simultaneously with that button. Okay. And you can see we got USB-C, USB old style auxiliary. I mentioned that this is a 6-passenger. So again, you've got some storage in the center console, but if you just catch hole here, now you've got 6-passenger capable. A little bit of storage in under that seat as well. There's a little tiny tether right here that you pull on to lower the seat back down as well. So I'm just going to pop out here real quick for you guys. But that was a fast walk around on the outgoing body style 2022 LTD or Limited. I should raise this window. I'll show you on the dealer sticker. You will see this. Just going to raise up this window. So the dealer sticker will say this, like this one, 2022 Silverado 1500 LTD. And in our inventory system, it says limited. And so this is, again, like I said, the RST. And this one has the optional right here, rally edition. And the last thing I'll end on, one of the things that people love about GM trucks over the last number of years is that GM puts this trailering information right in the door jamb for you. So it takes all the guesswork out. So this truck equipped, so again, the rule of a pound in is a pound out. So again, if this truck has, say, it says max payload is 1,761 pounds on this truck, okay? That's factoring in these running boards, which are a few hundred pounds, the 22-inch wheels versus the standard 18s that would come with it without the Rally Edition. So again, GM takes all that guesswork out of it, so you know that you still have got about 1,800 pounds of capacity you can put into this truck. You know what its curb weight is, its max tongue weight is. It can tow 9,500 pounds conventionally, all that sort of stuff. All of our pickup trucks have this in the door jambs, the 1500s or the HDs. So they've taken the guesswork out of towing for all of our customers now for a number of years, and I love that. So real quick, that is my 20-minute walkthrough review of the 2022 Silverado RST with the optional rally package. There you go, folks. Have a great day. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much. Cheers.